Select one underlined word or phrase that needs to be changed to make the sentence correct, or indicate that none of the underlined parts are in error. Green tundra grasslands, thick with wildflowers, stretches along the island's cliffy shore. They are surprisingly lush for being, technically, part of the Arctic tundra biome. Let's go through each choice to see if there's a mistake that needs correcting. B. Stretches. Looking at this word in the context of our sentence, we see that green tundra grasslands, thick with wildflowers, stretches along the island's cliffy shore. Removing the descriptors green tundra and thick with wildflowers, we're left with grasslands stretches along the island, which might make it easier for us to hear that this is incorrect. The subject, grasslands, is plural, while the verb, stretches, is for a singular verb, like he stretches before exercising. In order to make this correct, we'd need to switch it to the plural version of the verb. Green tundra grasslands stretch along the island's cliffy shore. As this choice has an error, this is likely our answer, but we can take a look at our remaining choices just to be sure. C. Shore, they. This phrase features a semicolon. A semicolon's job is to separate two independent clauses, an independent clause being one that includes both a subject and a predicate. The subject of the first clause is grasslands, with the predicate being stretch along, and the subject of the second clause is they, with the predicate being are surprisingly lush. Now that we've established that we're dealing with two independent clauses and that a semicolon's job is to separate independent clauses, we can see that the semicolon here is appropriate, and we can mark this choice as incorrect. And D. Being, technically, part. Taking a look at this phrase in context, we see that they are surprisingly lush for being, technically, part of the Arctic tundra biome. Technically in this phrase is what's called an interrupter. That is, it interrupts the sentence to either show tone, emphasize, or for clarity. Because they're not essential to the meaning of the sentence, English grammar rules dictate that they should be set off from the rest of the sentence with commas. As they are set off by commas here, we can see that this phrase doesn't have any errors. Therefore, we can mark this choice off and mark our original answer, choice B, as our final answer.